Good morning.
Good morning.
We are off to see baby boy. Are you excited?
Yeah, very excited.
So today we're doing an ultrasound to make sure, well not make sure, but like check up on my placenta to see if it's actually rising. Which is very like slim to none for it to not rise. So we're hoping that it rises. Also, we're going to be asking a bunch of questions about the coronavirus.
Yep.
Anyway.
How safe are we?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah.
How quarantined do we have to be? All that
Birth
stuff.
plan.
Yeah. Puppy number 1. Hi, baby. And puppy number 2.
Puppy number 3.
Sure. You're a person, though.
You little turkey. Hi guys. Is that you, Rona? Alright, so yesterday we went to the appointment and it was just kind of disappointing. So I didn't do much videoing. Also the night before, didn't get any sleep. I bet most moms are like this, but I get super nervous before any appointment. I don't know why. I just don't want bad news. I think that's pretty normal. I just want everything to be okay. So I didn't sleep very well, and he was like, my body was a jungle gym for him, and I just could not get comfortable. So I came home and I slept, and I talked to my parents a little bit about my appointment, because that appointment was supposed to be to check on my placenta to see if I needed a C-section or not, but with the virus, they're spreading out appointments now. So instead of checking me at 24 weeks, they are going to check me at 28 weeks. But I did go in yesterday, so no ultrasound, but with the coronavirus, it changes pretty much everything in my pregnancy, which is a little heartbreaking, honestly. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that everything changes and everything gets lifted, so then it's not the way that they're saying. When we got there was a note on the door and it was patients only, so Damon had to sit in the hallway. He wasn't allowed in the appointment or in the waiting room with me, which was heartbreaking. I already get nervous about like my appointments, and so with him not being there, it was a little, like I was a little bit more nervous than normal. I'm used to having him there, but everything was fine with baby. His heartbeat is 150, so that's good. My blood pressure, I think, was a little high for me, but they weren't concerned about it. So basically they measured, so it was really weird. They took like a body tape measure, like that, something you would measure like your arms and your waist and stuff with, and they measured from like my pelvic area up and then pushed on me, and they said my uterus was measuring perfect. So hopefully that means my placenta moved, but we're not sure quite yet. So that is something we will find out in another 4 weeks. So I can't wait to update you guys on that, because so at my next appointment, I'm gonna get an ultrasound. I also have to do the glucose test, so I have to fast. They said I can have like toast and butter, but then I have to drink a drink and get my blood drawn. And I don't do very good with needles. I have gotten better since I've been pregnant, but I don't think Damon will be able to come in. So that will be fun. With me not like having very much to eat and stuff, I do pass out sometimes, but I think I'll be okay. and then the ultrasound. So I'm not sure if Damon will be allowed in the ultrasound. So basically, he had to sit in the hallway with all the other dads. And so he said someone got pulled back like around another door by the ultrasound tech. So I'm hoping that he is able to come in for my ultrasound, because that's a big deal. I mean, that's us seeing our son. So I'm praying that he is able to come in with me and support me, and then we can check on, you know, how he's growing and how my placenta has risen and everything. So in the appointment, I asked a lot of questions about the coronavirus. So my last video, I talked about how we didn't know if Damon could continue working because he brings that stuff home to me. So the way that they changed their schedule at his work is 7 days on and 7 days off. So they have 2 teams. Each team is set people, so it never changes. And Damon will work with that team throughout the coronavirus and trying to keep them into a group to where if someone was to get sick, they would know who they've been around. So he's able to still work his 7 days on. He just needs to maintain the 6 feet apart from human contact, but the animals he can't get it from, so that's fine. And they're doing curbside drop-off, so the patients, which are the dogs, their owners aren't allowed in. They just drop them off. Someone goes out, gets them, and then brings them back out to them after their appointment, and they're all checked out. Another thing that really made me feel at ease was if I were to get the virus, if I were to get coronavirus, I cannot pass it to him in utero. So if I were to get sick, he can't get it, but when he's born, he can. So right now, I'm basically protecting him. So that's a little nerve-wracking that once he's out, that I can't protect him from the chaos. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that by July, everything is calmed down. But right now, as it is, he can keep working. They want me kind of staying home as much as possible, which is totally understandable. So I normally do the grocery shopping, and I'm not going to stores right now. So Damon and I FaceTimed, and he went shopping. So that was actually kind of fun. It was different, and yeah, I think it was actually fun for us. It was kind of like a shopping date, but FaceTiming. This is our first baby, and it's the first grandchild on both sides. I would say it's a pretty big deal for like our parents, because it's their first grandbaby. It's kind of heartbreaking that I can't have a baby shower. So most likely we'll have a baby shower when he's here. So that will be fun though, because then he can be in the vlog, just like be there with us. So that'll be fun. So that's my silver lining to that, is that he'll be there and gets to hang out with all of our friends and family, and it'll be nice to see everybody after like quarantine. But I don't want to cry. The most heartbreaking thing is right now for delivery, it's really hard because it's our first child. Oh, sorry. pregnancy hormones, man, but also it's hard. So right now for delivery, when he decides to come in July, they don't think it's going to be lifted by then, and that the hospital will still have the restrictions in the birthing unit. And right now, well, for delivery, when he decides to come in July, right now the restrictions are Damon is allowed in, and I can pick 2 other people. They get pink bracelets, and they're the only ones that can come in the whole time we're at the hospital, besides Damon and I, to see our baby boy, which means some grandparents don't get to come in and see him in the hospital. And like my lifelong friends and Damon's friends and like my dad. Sorry. My dad and his dad. If things don't get lifted, then they don't get to come see him. And like my brother and his brothers. It just really sucks. Because I want my mom to be able to come in the room if I need her during delivery. And he wants his mom. So that was a really hard decision. We thought about not letting people in the room, just Damon and I, but we both want our moms. Since Damon and I both want our moms in the room, they get the pink bracelets, unless it's lifted. So let's hope and pray that it's lifted, that they allow like immediate family in at least or something. Another thing is like our hospital tour, they are not doing them, so I'm hoping that they come up with something virtual maybe, because I don't know where to even check in. So that's a little stressful because I'm gonna be in pain and Damon's gonna have to deal with me and figure out where to go. So that'll be interesting. Another thing is like our Lamaze classes, they're all online now, which honestly I think is better because then it's just Damon and I at home learning it, and it's more intimate to me than being around like other parents and being like feeling awkward like about, I don't know, practicing our breathing or some, you know, it's just weird. It's very like personal and very intimate. All of that is just what it is, and hopefully it changes, hopefully it gets better. I'm really not sure. The physician I saw yesterday, she said to not get my hopes up for it to be lifted by July, because it is a hospital, so they're probably going to take extra precautions, especially in the birthing unit with little babies. But she said if it does get lifted, then that's like a blessing. So we'll just sit and wait and take it day by day, week by week. I'm grateful that I'm doing YouTube, because then all my friends get to see him as well and get to hear my birth story over this, and they can call me and they can text me and FaceTime me and everything. There was talk about husbands not being able to be in the room, and that's not the case. They promised me that he'll be in the room, so that's amazing, because I honestly don't think that I could do any of that without him. And my mom was getting ready to figure out a home birth for us so he could be with me, because because she said there was no way she was allowing me to go into labor without my husband. So that was really sweet of her. And I know I have people on my side. Please pray that it gets lifted. It really opens my eyes to what other people are going through too, because I'm not the only one who's suffering from this virus. Like, all the seniors in high school, they don't get their prom, they don't get a graduation as of right now, and that's heartbreaking. Also college, they don't get to graduate. There's people in, you know, boot camp, their families can't come and see them graduate. They have to do it over like a Zoom or Skype, and that's just, I mean, yeah, you're graduating and that's a big thing, but after 3 months of not seeing your family, you'd want to see them. Other moms, you know, we're all going through the same thing. It was really weird going in to check in, and then another mom would walk in, and, you know, the look on their faces, I imagine, was the same as mine, like, well, okay, like, totally uncertain. They're in their office alone, you know, checking in, and it's just, it was crazy. It's something that no one's ever experienced before. Let's end this video on a positive note. I am 24 weeks today. He is the size of a cantaloupe, and he likes to kick me everywhere, all the time.
Okay, there's the belly.
The body butter and the oil that I'm using has actually helped my stretch marks. They're not as bad as they were. Like, I actually think they're getting better, but I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly, my placenta rises. We don't know that yet. We'll be doing that in 4 weeks. And yeah, so he's just in there, growing, kicking around, being a boy. Baby Doppler, seriously, best investment. It comes with this tube of transmission gel. If you run out, aloe vera still works too. So let's find his heartbeat. Gotta find him, he's kind of shy. So the only thing that I don't like about the baby Doppler is the heart rate is wrong. See, he always moves. He's kicking it. He's literally kicking my...
Really?
Yes.
That's so cute.
He's like, get off my belly. So anyways, that's our little update on our pregnancy and how everything's going with the coronavirus. I hope everyone's staying healthy and safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.